Yes, 8:15 in the PM. Tune and listen to Prophecy. Marcus inside the mix. We're running a bit late tonight. We were over at Charlie's, not the Sky Bar tonight. And we were running a bit late getting down here. Not to worry. Gonna be inside the mix right till 10 p.m. tonight. Brand new sounds of Pascal. True Players double pack. Out now, the Watershed EP. Track entitled Hold It Now. This one's heavy. Reaching out to the Empire crew. Big shout going out to all the More Fire Massive Inside Toronto right now. Navigator. The Raga Twins Spider. DJ EDK, that's right. Sorry about that, bro. Don't forget the place to be tonight. Liquid Funk, Milano's 325 King Street West. Always rockin', always rammed. Keep it locked, Marcus in the mix. sounds of Johnny L. And this just off the new Metalheads album. Track entitled Part of You. Reaching out to Jenna. Big shout out to Task. We got DJ Evil in the studio from Chicago. And he's gonna be touching down around 8:45. So stay tuned. He's gonna be dropping some tunes for us. Don't forget next week, Bad Company touching down at the Sky Bar, the rooftop patio, the very last one for the summer. And then we take the party inside the Orange Room, September 1st, Andy C and MCGQ. And you know it's gonna be heavy. 416-946-7000, give us a ring. Tunes right now. Sounds of Marcus Intellects. We're reaching out to Jose. All the Jungle Heat crew. Everybody down at Charlie's right now. Track entitled My Soul. This one's off the Metalheads album. Available now down at Release Records. Young and Maitland. If you haven't checked out Release, make sure and check it out. The place to be, trust me.
Something come over my soul. Out of my control, my soul.
out the beats. Sounds of Marcus Intellects. Going out to all the Swerve crew out there. I'm not sure who's touching down tonight down at Milano's, but it's always wicked. Always wicked. Don't forget, next week I'm going to be down there representing. Big shout going out to Mystical. What's up to Christine? Also, big shout going out to Sneal. All the Dub Plate Special crew. Got a brand new one coming from Distorted Minds. Keeping it on the Swerve tip for a bit.
Some things come over my soul, out of my control. My soul.
Reaching out to Davidson. This one is heavy. Heavy.
Love and happiness.
Big shout going out to Amanda, all the Burrow Band crew. Hope you guys had a good boat cruise today.
Love and happiness.
Massive shout going out to Liv.
Can make you do wrong,
Big shout going out to Damon.
make you do right. Love and happiness.
Also a big shout going out to the Rinse Magazine crew. TorontoJungle.com. Big shout out to Phil, Deliverance in the house. Also big up Trevor, the East Side crew.
Love and happiness can make you do wrong, make you do right. Love and happiness can make you do wrong, make you do right.
Make you do wrong. I make you do right. I make you do wrong. I make you do right. I make you do wrong. I make you do right. I make you do wrong.
Love and happiness can make you do wrong, make
entitled Fallen. The brand new label from Dillinger and Lemon D Beats.
I don't know what to do. I think I'm falling for you. Falling, 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 falling,
Bésame. Bésame. Bésame.
And this one is going straight out to Andy G Squad. Big up Jubs. Besseme. And the B line on this one is serious. Going out to all the Sunday night crew. Don't forget tonight, Liquid Funk Milenos. Place to be. Make sure and be there. Brand new sounds of G Squad, and this one's out on Darren J's label. Wide Open Music. Had to think about that one. Track entitled Besame. Going out to Andy. All the Empire crew. Big shout going out to Tones, Ruckus. And everybody who was down at the Moor Fire show last night. Down at Palais Royale. One of my favorite venues. Don't forget next week, Bad Company touching down at the Sky Bar, which is the rooftop patio of the government complex. Let's say get there early. It's gonna be rammed. Big shout out to the Release Boys. Don't forget a brand new record shop opened just recently, selling drum and bass, that is. They've been open for a little while. You can get the latest stuff there, and trust me, the price is cheapest in town. Release Records, Young and Maitland, one block south of Wellesley, that is.
I don't wanna wait on this parade, but I'm starting to question love that was made. I'm not looking for just anything. Want a love that is based on the truth, not just day. I'd hurt my pride if right now you decide that you are not ready to settle down. But if you want my heart, then it's time that you start to act like you're mine in the light and the dark. Give me your love. Say it if you trust me. Do it if you want me. Show it if you need me. Prove it if you love me. Say it if you trust me. Do it if you want me. Show it if you need me. Prove it. Show it. Prove it. Say it. Do it. Show it. Prove it. Oh, babe. Say it. Oh, baby. Do it. My sweet baby. Show it. My sweet baby. Prove it. My baby. So don't just say things that I've already heard. I want your body without your soul. I don't want a love who will come and go. I'd hurt my pride if right now you decide that you are not ready to settle down. But if you want my heart, then it's time that you start to act like you're mine in the light of the dark. If you like me, say it if you trust me. Do it if you want.
One of my favorites right now.
If you need.
Agent Orange, this one's called.
Say it if you trust me.
One of the bootlegs out. Oh, full artwork and everything, courtesy of New Urban, of course. Going out to all the ladies crew out there, 416-946-7000. Don't forget tonight, Liquid Funk, and we're gonna be partying tonight, trust me. Summertime business. We only have a few more weeks left, so it's time to juice it. Don't forget Skybar next week, Out Under the Sun with some drum and bass, and Bad Company. And September 1st, Andy C. MCGQ, a long weekend special. Don't forget Tuesday night's Body Rock. System Soundbar, I'm going to be touching down there this Tuesday. And I'm sure it's going to be bumping. Big shout going out to everybody in the studio. What's up to Bobby Brown, Grinch, Easy Rich. What's up going out to Pocahontas? Alright, 8:45. I'm gonna switch things up. Touching down in the studio, DJ Evil from Chicago, all the way from the USA, in the house. And he's gonna rinse it right till 10 p.m. So keep it locked. Prophecy. Don't forget tonight, Liquid Funk, 325 King Street West. Milano's is the place. And I know I'll be there. Everybody's gonna be there. It's gonna be heavy. Tuesday night, Body Rock. And then next week, Bad Company on Sunday. Rooftop patio of the government complex, the Sky Bar. Sounds of DJ Evil. Keep it locked. Evil inside the mix. Big shout out to Ruckus. Where's my money, fool? Big shout out to Janet, Bomb Management. And if you're looking for some DJs, don't forget to hit up bombmanager@hotmail.com and ask for Janet. Big shout out to Katie. What's up to Dana? 8:55 in the PM. Tune and listen to Prophecy. Taking it right till 10 p.m. Prime is away this week, out in Rochester, New York, with A-Sides. He'll be back next week, but I won't be here. Bad Company next Sunday. Sounds of the Zinc, Evil inside the mix. Keep it locked. Basics JB, track entitled Smurf. Sounds of Evil inside the mix. Going out to Navigator, Spider, Oraga Twins, all the More Fire crew, EDK, German, U3R Music.
Bronco from the Bronx.
Inside the mix, tune and listen to Prophecy. Big shout out to the Fresh, P Large, all the boys chilling in the studio, going down to Milano's tonight. 325 King Street West. Don't forget next week's Bad Company taking place at the rooftop patio of the government complex, the Sky Bar. Tuesday night Body Rock down at the System Sound Bar each and every Tuesday.
explanation. You are becoming a wolf, 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 wolf. Becoming a wolf, 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 wolf. Becoming a wolf, 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 wolf. Becoming a wolf, 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 wolf.
DJ Evil, all the way from Chicago, representing tonight. And he's going to be down at System Body Rock on Tuesday, System Nightclub, quarter of Peter and Richmond. I'm going to be down there as well, and it's going to be a heavy night, so make sure and be there. Summer's coming to a close, so you got to represent. Bad Company next week, Jungle Heat, Skybar at the Government Complex. Enough said. Big shout out to the Ganja Smile crew in the house representing. And they brought us some vinyl. I'm going to be dropping it right close to 10 o'clock, so keep it locked. Toronto business. Milanos tonight, 325 King Street West. DJ Evil inside the mix. Big shout out to Chanel. Don't forget tonight, we're all heading over to Liquid Funk 325 King Street West. Milenos. Next week, Bad Company down at the Sky Bar Government Complex. Sunday, August 25th. Andy C, September 1st in the Orange Room alongside MC GQ. And this Tuesday down at System Soundbar, DJ Evil from Chicago touching down alongside myself, Marcus. And it's gonna be a heavy night. Next with the last one from Evil, and he's gonna drop something from his label Assassin Records. More information on Assassin, you can check out the website www.assassinrecords.net. That's assassinrecords.net. Next track is Symptom. Is that the artist? The artist is Symptom, and the tune is called Turbo Ganja. Reaching out to all the Red Eye crew out there. Evil inside the mix. DJ Prime will be touching down again next week. some Toronto homegrown business. Artist Code Blue, track entitled Sign of the Times, a brand new label, Tune Inc. Going out to the Ganja Small crew in the house.
boy don't see me, see? Just pass me and wish me And listen. More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. Well, who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no. Who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no.
I can't take the way you sound them dealing. The way them treat me, but them gonna hurt me feeling. They want me for a nine, they want to start revealing. Somebody get murder, Mr. Cut on the ceiling. I don't like the way how they found them dealing. Walking on the way, I try to miss me feeling. Pass the over there so you forget me meaning. With this whole chain and navigator, come with on them.
Now give me the girls so they stop them up and make it on them. Tell them because I'm me happy, I go use and fit on them. Oh, don't get me vexed and make me back out fit on them. Here's the consequence, me yeah, you know it, I'm not fun with. Then I'm in a slow train, black and run, we come to run them. So all of them to face before you end up in a problem. The MC contestant also that we are gonna flop them. All the guys scream back from this we are gonna drop them.
More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. Well, who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no. Who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no.
It's the way you call me, not even know your name. You know come the way in on the bad boy out of fame. All you want for this all you the wrong the main game. Put you in the coffin, then you find the first train. So when you shot her, it's a serial killer. For your funeral and all drink out to liquor. When you were buried with your son next to Vika. Fling on some blood to make you bury a little quicker. Shouldn't let the youth them in the Tommy Hill figure. How about the mama say sorry to your papa. And I get number from your little sister. I should we call like Alaska freezer.
More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. Well, who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no. Who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no.
Black tarantula, sound pain, Shabadi, pen and fly, fire! Rahil Crow!
My whipping, so I'm dipping, back flipping, girls them tripping and stripping. Yo, who's coming? I'm coming, Jabba's coming. Ain't no stopping this fire burning. Top shotting, party popping, stop watching, not pushing, not squashing. No, how you feeling? Tell me how you really feeling. Are you ready for what's coming? Coming, cut dance, now run a list it. Shabba run it, Tommy said dance, not done a list it. Now we done it, when me come in the place I pick up the mic and every chick Chris. Yeah, Dan know I say me and the true junglist. Boom! More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. More fire, bag of wire, blaze the liar, get the fire, come give me the dollar, hey. Well, who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no. Who never follow, they can't follow, and we are the founder, the vice bringer, not in the ringer, no.
And the last one, if you were down at Empire last night, you heard it many times. More Fire. From the Raw Hill crew, featuring Navigator, the Raga Twins, Tenor Spider, MC Soul Train, and Shabba D. Produced by EDK and Royce. Big shout going out to the boys in town right now. And you know you're going to spot them down at Milano's tonight, 325 King Street West. Ending things out with some Tali, Full Cycle, track entitled District Line.
Children damn, it just seems fit to be this way. Industrial outlines, splendid backyards there where children play. A translucent calmness seems to rest upon this place called